South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, together with his counterpart, President Azali Assoumani of the Union of Comoros, will today co-host the third Men's Conference on Positive Masculinity in Leadership to End Violence Against Women and Girls, organized by the African Union. Delegates at this year's African Union's Men's Conference are hoping to adopt laws and policies aimed at eradicating gender-based violence. According to a former president of Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, those who commit acts of violence against women and girls ought to face repercussions. Sirleaf is the patron of the African Women Leaders Network. The latest gathering has taken place in Pretoria following a series of meetings over the past 3 years. And to talk about this, I'm being joined on the news by founder and president, Not In My Name International, Siya Jentile. Siya, good morning. Glad to have you join me.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Now, speak to me about some of the main focus and objectives of the AU Men's Conference.
Thank you so much once more. And you'll remember that this is the third conference, as you rightfully mentioned earlier. The first one being held in Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Second one was obviously in Senegal, Dakar. And so some of the desired outcomes from this year's conference held here in South Africa is to review some of the existing status of implementation of the outcomes of the first and second conference, but also to table some recommendations from multi-stakeholder consultations to draft the African Union's convention document, but also to share evidence-based interventions to prevent violence against women and children, and lastly to adopt the outcome of the third Men's Conference on Positive Masculinities.
Siya, how do you envision men's involvement in ending gender-based violence against women?
The involvement of men, as we envision it, begins with admission that we are the beneficiaries of a systemic organization of male supremacy and female subordination. And it needs us to admit that we are beneficiaries or heirs of a system of social stratification on the basis of sex, which provides material advantages to males while placing severe constraints on the roles and activities of females. And so our involvement needs to start at that level, to say that we are born elevated at on the social hierarchy just by virtue of being men. And that should influence our programs from the ground or from grassroots level, to say that men must begin to take collective responsibility on the violence against women and children, take responsibility and start becoming positive role models for everyone that is around us.
Now, from the fallout of this conference, held, what policies do you feel or believe should be adopted, in order to effectively address or promote gender equality?
So on a continental level, because this is a high-level conference, obviously we will be coming out with some recommendations today. However, just to try and bring it closer a bit home here in South Africa, the policy documents that are there are well and good, and I do wish to believe this goes for other African countries as well. We are not so much concerned about the policies. The policies are well and good in paper, but what we are pushing for is that we need to start seeing implementation thereof. There is a number of bills that have been signed in South Africa. There is efforts that have been made to strengthen the criminal justice system. There has been some rehabilitation measures that have been put in place through our correction facilities. But all those are good in paper. We are, calling for a robust implementation of these programs. And so from this conference, we are saying that we need to start seeing action on the policy documents that are there on paper.
And that's the most we can take on the news. Thank you so much for your company. Siya Jentile, founder and president, Not in My Name International.
Thank you.